This video is sponsored by Intel. Hey everyone, it's Andrew over at Exotic PC, and today we're going to unveil to you our Intel Extreme Rig build. This is Stage 3 gear, where we'll talk about the build and the Intel 900p SSD that is also powering the build itself. Let's cut to the beautiful footage. So here is our machine. Now let's go over a little bit of what we did with it. As you can see, we went with kind of a darker exterior and then kind of like an ominous look inside with the oranges that we used to kind of pop and kind of glow within the machine. Now, as for the components, we went through a bunch of the components that we're using inside of our rig in the first two videos that we made for the Intel Extreme Rig Challenge. Now, obviously for this video, we'll go over a few of the other components we maybe didn't talk about or cover briefly, kind of just go over everything. And then we're also going to talk about the Intel 900p SSD that is inside the machine, that we have our OS and all of our games and all of our programs loaded onto. So we'll get to those in just one second. But overall, as you can see, kind of the aesthetic is kind of that ominous feel, which is kind of what we wanted was a little bit, maybe a little bit different than some of the other guys. So wanted to stand out in that aspect. So as you can see, we have both of our pumps running right now. Both of the pumps are on their own loop. And then as you can see, when you get to the back side of the machine, we have that panel that we custom made and made it so you can see into the back and see both a little bit of reservoirs where they both feed into them and also sit parallel next to each other. So kind of an interesting and different look, kind of utilizing both the front of the build and the back of the build at the same time. So got both of the loops going. Definitely a lot of cooling and cooling potential in this build, obviously with the cards on their own 360mm radiator and then the CPU itself on its own 360mm radiator as well. So plenty of cooling and performance can be had out of the machine, and we'll probably be running some numbers, so look forward to those in the future on social media when we go ahead and test the build and overclock things to see what all it is capable of. But outside of that, as you know, we have our i9 processor. We have 64 gigabytes of G.Skill memory installed in all 8 of the DIMMs. We have our 2 cards in SLI, so we have 2 GPUs in there, obviously, rocking those. And then, of course, like I said, that Optane 900p SSD from Intel. As we know, the Intel Optane SSD 900p has its very fast 3D crosspoint technology for incredibly low latency, which results in fast load times for seamless transitions. This is great for when you're working on content creation or even if you just want fast load times in gaming. Overall, the whole system is hyper fast on this Optane 900p. And there you have it. That is our Intel Extreme Rig build. Make sure you go and vote for us over on Twitter. It's pretty easy to do. We can walk you through exactly how to do so. Now, to vote for us, what you're going to want to do is vote on Twitter by casting a hashtag with Intel Rig Challenge and tagging us at Exotic PC. It can automatically vote for you as well if you just head over to that page and select on the team that you want to vote for, and then, of course, hit vote. Besides that, we would love to know your input on our build, so drop us a comment on this video and let us know what you think of it. We'll read through them and maybe we'll respond if you have any questions as well. But besides that, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us for the Intel Extreme Rig Challenge and checking out our videos and our build, and we'll see all of you guys in the next one. Thanks again to Intel for providing us with the Asus ROG Strix X299E gaming motherboard, the Intel i9 Extreme Edition processor, and the Intel Optane SSD 900p.